found God. I found God. But I thought that I had already found God until about 3 or 4 months ago. I began to write this poem, and that's the reason why it was so personal to me, because I saw myself in this poem. And just the other day I found God. When I found him, it made me feel like I had found a small piece of the Titanic buried in the sea of my tears. Thought that I found the one thing that would help answer all the questions that would grab my intellect and choke me to sleep at night. But instead of awakening answers, I simply dreamed more questions. Like, if God is everywhere at all times, why did it take me so long to find him? I mean, wasn't he supposed to be in the front row of the church, hiding under big hats and high heels and rolling eyes that was fixed on the young lady with the shaved head and short skirt and tatted back, who really believed in the fairy tale that she could come to church as she was? What a concept. Wasn't he supposed to be in the seat of a pulpit or cuffed in a robe? Church that is big, choir that could sing. I looked in all these places and thought that I had found God. How righteous of me. Who told me God was required to sit in the company of priests or stand guard at the entrance of a confessional with an assault rifle in one hand, a Molotov cocktail in the other, waiting on the moment to give the instructions on how to make it into heaven? But what if God was hiding behind the crooked smile of a man who used a park bench as his pulpit and a tin can as his offering plate, and each and every day while on my way to work, he would straighten his tie, clear his throat, and preach from the book of despair? And his favorite verse wasn't wrapped in charismatic lingo, dripped in condemnation. No, his favorite verse simply states, "We'll work for food." And this, his message he preached every day, hoping to lead the children of ignorance out of the land of overflow. He could have been my Moses. What if God was there hovering over a conversation between myself and 2 gay individuals, where if the truth will be told, I was really feeling uncomfortable because I didn't want anyone to associate me with being gay. Like if gay was some sort of disease that could leap from the sound of their voices and stick to my skin. Like if I didn't hurry home and wash the gay off my arms, that by morning I would begin to look at other men like they looked at other men. And suddenly I realized that prejudice had surrounded my being like an angry lynch mob, ready to hang my intelligence on the tree of judgment. And I wonder, could God ever forgive me for using the brush of disgust, used to paint pictures on society's wall, leaving no room for human? And I wonder, maybe God has been trying to get my attention way before the other day. See, I always knew church but never knew God. And when I found him, I was suddenly reminded that he was always there. I just chose to look in the wrong places. All right.